Studies 2. Topic: Separation of powers between various organs, dispute redressal mechanisms and institutions. Supreme Court verdict on Delhi centimeters versus Lieutenant Governor 1. Introduction. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal had accused Lieutenant Governor LG Anil Bijal of taking decisions of an elected government and delaying work. The centre, which appoints the LG, had contended before any centrally administered territory and especially Delhi responsibility is on the union government. The matter was heard by a 5-judge bench which was headed by CJI Deepak Misra. To SC verdict, the Supreme Court said the Delhi Lieutenant Governor cannot act independently and must take the aid and advise of the Council of Ministers. The Supreme Court has restored the primary role played by the representative government. All decisions by Delhi's Council of Ministers must be communicated to the LG, but that does not mean his concurrence is required. The LG has no independent authority to take decisions except in matters under Article 239 or matters outside the purview of the government. Except for issues of public order, police and land, the Lieutenant Governor is bound by the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. The court said, LG cannot act as an obstructionist and can refer issues to the President only in exceptional matters and not as a general rule. The government need not obtain LG concurrence in every issue of day-to-day governance. The national capital enjoys special status and is not a full state. Hence, a role of the LG is different than that of a governor. In case of differences of opinion, the LG and the NCD government should act with constitutional morality and trust for each other. 3. Significance in the Democratic Republic. Collective is the supreme and the elected representatives reflects the will of the collective. Parliamentary form of government is based on principle of collective responsibility of the cabinet. If a well-deliberated legitimate decision of the Council of Ministers is not given effect, then the concept of collective responsibility would stand negated. The verdict is an appeal to a sense of constitutional morality and constitutional trust among high functionaries. The court having stressed that the elected government is the main authority in Delhi's administration, the controversies over the arbitrary withholding of cabinet decisions may end. The basic message is that an elected government cannot be undermined by an unelected administrator. The union and the state governments must embrace a collaborative federal architecture by displaying harmonious coexistence and interdependence so as to avoid any possible constitutional discord. 4. White Delhi cannot be a full-fledged state. The demand for full statehood has been around for many years now. The Supreme Court followed the 1987 Balakrishnan Committee report to conclude that Delhi is not a state. The report said Delhi as the national capital belongs to the nation as a whole. The report had envisaged that Delhi cannot have a situation where the national capital has two governments run by different political parties. Such conflicts may, at times, prejudice a national interest. If Delhi becomes a full-fledged state, there will be a constitutional division of sovereign, legislative and executive powers between the Union and the state of Delhi. The Parliament would have limited legislative access and that too only in special and emergency situations. The Union would be unable to discharge its special responsibilities in relation to the national capital as well as to the nation itself. The report said the control of the Union over Delhi was vital in the national interest.